Collecting double deposits for apartments, having no intention of ever returning the money, and failing to pay vendors.
Several property managers say those guidelines were routine for the owners of some metro apartment complexes. All new at 10, 41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock dives deeper into their claims.
Beautiful crystal chandeliers, new furniture, and a workout room. It's all part of a sparkling new clubhouse at the 79 Metcalf Apartments. But Danny Brooks and Jesse Schote say those amenities are a stark contrast to the apartments residents actually live in. They say they were shown a nice apartment when they decided to live there, but it wasn't the one they were actually given.
Absolutely bait and switch, yeah, for sure bait and switch. They showed us a really nice apartment and we moved into a crap hole.
Brooks, Schote, and later Brooks's fiance say they lived with bugs, no heat, no air conditioning, and other issues, but stuck it out for their entire year's lease before leaving. But when they recently applied to rent a house, they were told they owed $6,950 to the 79 Metcalf Apartments. Brooks confronted the property manager.
I said, $6,950? What are you talking about? I was like, I need proof now. And she said, I don't have to show you anything.
The property manager who was working there at the time wrote that Brooks and Schote were good tenants who paid on time. The manager also wrote, I have seen this company time and time again take so much from people who have so little just because they can. It is compiled of the most despicable, dishonest people I have ever met.
They called me told me I was fat, lazy, disabled, unfit to do the job, too old for the job.
But Debbie Kendrick says she stayed as a property manager for owners Nevin and VJ Dewar until they fired her. Under Kansas law, landlords can only charge the equivalent of 1 month's rent as a security deposit for a vacant apartment. However,
double the deposit, sometimes double the rent.
It's against the law, right?
Oh, yes.
They would take these double deposits, first and last month's rent, which is against the law in the state of Kansas.
41 Action News obtained this lease from a former property manager who also lived at the 79 Metcalf complex. It shows a double deposit, but one is listed as a non-refundable administration fee.
What was the company policy about security deposits?
We never returned security deposits. If you did, you were fired or it was taken out of your check.
So there was a lot of tenant-landlord laws being broken daily on residents.
As for the Dewar's business practices concerning contractors who did work for them, Kendrick says they would hire small business owners off Craigslist.
As soon as they'd mess up once, they'd kick them out of the property and never pay them. And I saw that so many times.
I've seen people work there and do a lot of work that never got paid.
Tyler Cosman says he's one of the lucky ones. After doing some painting at 79 Metcalf and pushing for a month to get paid, he said he did, but quickly realized it wasn't a place to do business.
They want us to paint over the mold instead of cutting it out, and we don't do that kind of work.
As for Brooks and Schote, so far they've been unable to find a new place to live because of the problem they've had clearing their names with 79 Metcalf.
So the one bit of renter's history I have is now completely ruined.
If that is not the definition of a crook, then I don't know what is the definition of a crook.
After sending a registered letter to 79 Metcalf demanding documentation of the charges the complex claims Brooks and Schote owe, a complex representative called Brooks offering a deal. That deal, to drop all the charges and 79 Metcalf gets to keep the security deposit, but only on the condition Brooks would not talk to us. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.
And, our calls to Nevin Dewar went unanswered, so we caught up with him outside his house. Unfortunately, he ran away from us, as you see there, ducking under his garage door. And we just learned the complex at 79th and Marty was put up for sale. It's described as an exceptional, luxurious value-add opportunity.